welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You know you like that.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Math Talk with Mr. Faison, and I'm Mr. Faison, or Mr. Faison. As long as you know, today, we adding polynomials. So let's check it out, right? Now, what I need y'all to know before we get started is like terms, right? We talked about like terms in past videos, but remember, like terms are when the variables and the exponents are the exact same. They're identical twins, right? So let's get into problem number one so I can show y'all exactly what I mean. So if I look at this in parentheses, it has 2x squared plus 5x plus, in parentheses, 2x squared plus 4x plus 7x minus 9, right? Now, it's two ways we can solve adding polynomials. One of these ways is I can really just delete all the parentheses, remove all the parentheses. Remove all of these parentheses, boom, boom. And just start combining like terms, how we did in past videos, right? So if I look, where are all my x squareds? Have one right there, have one right there. That's the only x squareds I have. And I would just combine those two. 2x squared plus 2x squared, 4x squared. All right, I can mark it out because I won't need it no more. Now I'm gonna look for all my x's. I have an x right there, x right there, x right there. 5x plus 4x plus 7x is gonna give me 16x. Now I can mark those out because I don't need those anymore. The only thing I'm left with now is this negative 9. I'm just gonna put that there, minus 9. Now, if I look, my answer is 4x squared plus 16x minus 9. All right? One of the things I need y'all to remember, if I'm looking at my leading coefficient right here, I see that it's x squared. It couldn't have been 16x first, right? The reason it had to be the x squared first is because it has a variable and it has the highest exponent out of all of these, okay? Remember that. Let's jump on over to problem number 2. I look at problem number 2. I know it look crazy. I know it do. I did it on purpose. Did it on purpose. Come on, let's solve it. So in parentheses, I see negative a squared minus a minus 4 plus, in parentheses, negative a squared minus a minus 5. All right? So before we get into this, what I want y'all to remember is whenever you see a variable or a letter like this and it's by itself and there's no number in front of it, the number in front of it is 1, okay? You can't see it, but it's there, all right? Now, when I get into breaking this problem down, I'm gonna keep the parentheses with the problem as we drop down, all right? And the first thing I'm gonna work on is all my like terms inside of this parentheses. So if I look, I see I have a squared and a squared right there. If I combine negative a squared minus a squared, I'm gonna get negative 2a squared, okay? Because remember, it's 1's in front of it. So negative 1 minus 1 will give me negative 2, all right? Now I can mark that out, and I'm gonna bring everything else in that parentheses down. A, 4, parentheses, plus. All right. Now, what I'm looking at is the like terms inside this parentheses. I see I have a negative a squared minus a squared. Same thing. I'm gonna get negative 2a squared. And I'm just gonna drop everything else down. Negative a. Now, what I'm gonna do is combine the like terms that I see throughout this whole thing. The first one I see is I have an a squared here. I have another a squared over there. If I combine them two, negative 2a squared plus negative 2a squared, I'm gonna get negative 4a squared. Could mark it out, I don't need it anymore. Now I'm looking, I have an a here. I got another a here. Negative a plus negative a is gonna give me negative 2a. I can mark these out, I don't need them anymore. The last thing left is negative 4 plus negative 5. That's gonna give me a negative 9. My answer is negative 4a squared minus 2a minus 9. Whew. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out to y'all for staying with me through another episode, man. Look, man, that's another episode of Math Talk with Mr. Faison, and I'm Mr. Faison.
God's plan, God's plan.